Well, welcome back to the DuckTales. Day 2 was very exciting. We first found the ducks in the pool. That's Bonnie, Hamish and I, as we walked out with our morning coffee. And there they were, just swimming around doing their thing. Now, I've since discovered that the breed of duck is the Pacific black duck, and they frequent most of Australia's waterways, anywhere that's not really arid. So they finally started using the yoga mat that we placed in the pool so they could get in easily and out easily, but they never ended up using that anyway. We watched them swim around for about half an hour, and they were doing their thing, dabbing as they do, trying to find little insects that float on the top of the water. But I noticed some peculiar behaviour from the mother duck. She was starting to look a little bit agitated. It could be because the dogs were also running around the outside of the pool area, around the fence. But she decided to retreat and go into her nest. So after about a 1 hour nap, I noticed that she was still agitated, and you could see by her behaviour she was looking for a way out of the pool area. So taking her ducklings with her, she decided to do a full lap of the perimeter looking for a way out. So she's going behind the furniture to the wall of the garage, pops around the corner in a second, still looking for a way out of the pool area. I just love the way she takes the ducklings with her everywhere. So not being able to find an escape path, she retreated back to the pool. So I had to come up with a cunning plan.
Come on.
So my cunning plan was to set up little barriers throughout the garden and open up the garage door.
You're leaving, come on.
But Mrs. Ducky wasn't having a bar of that and decided that she wouldn't go through the open gate when I was there. So I had to modify my plan slightly and keep the pool gate ajar. So now that Mrs. Ducky had seen that I had moved away from the gate, she started to scope it out a little bit. No, the coast was not clear apparently as far as she was concerned, so it was back into the pool again. So she just spied the open gate and is now deciding it's time for the great escape. So like Steve McQueen on his motorbike, she was off with entourage in tow. So I kept my distance and put the camera at full zoom so that she would not get upset by me following her out of the premises.
That way. That way. This way. No. That way. That way. That way. Get upset at me. Go that way. Keep going. Good girl. That way.
So with one final hiss, she saw the open garage door and Mrs. Ducky has left the building. So just to make sure that nobody ran her over as she decided to cross the road, I kept my distance. Of course, a car came round, so I stopped them and let the duckies across the road. They were very nice about it, of course.
There you go, Momma Duck.
So I think she got a little bit lost there in the bushes, but her intention was to head west towards one of the closest duck ponds that we have to us. You can see here the little ducklings got kind of stuck, but Momma Duck waited for them until they all had jumped over the wooden barrier. Problem was that they could actually see through a crack, so they were trying to get through there first. but the clever ones eventually jumped over the top. I'm sure that that was not the last of the obstacles that the little ducklings faced on the way to the duck pond. Now there was a big black raven that decided to threaten the little duck, so I got a little bit closer. But thankfully there was a willy wagtail, which is another protective bird species here in Australia, and the willy wagtail was chasing the raven away. The duck and the ducklings kept walking towards the pond. Now it's about here that I said goodbye and let nature do its thing, and hopefully they all made it to the duck pond. So when I got home, I decided to investigate the nest and found that there were 2 unfertilized eggs still in there. So instead of the dogs getting them and being very smelly, I decided to put them into the bin. So it's goodbye to Mrs. Ducky and her little ducklings for this year. Knowing her, she'll probably be back again next year or the year after with a new raft of ducklings.